Dla Angie akurat. I miecz. Aha. Tego miecza raczej nie użyję. Jest połamany. Nie powiem tego. Nie zmusicie mnie. Dobra. Wyczułam tutaj władcę pierścienia. Zadowoleni? I mechanizm do drzwi. O, w sumie chyba nie będę musiał wracać do wioski. Bo chyba obydwoje stoją z przodu.
I had not expected the crypt to still be inhabited.
A no, była.
Both Ravensreel and I owe you a debt. I'll be sending messengers out to inform the people of Ebb that the hero's crypt is open again. Doubtless the pilgrims and their attendant wealth will be pouring in soon. In the meanwhile, here, take this as a token of our esteem.
Do you have any relics to sell?
I found the skull of Norik.
Fascinating, if a touch gruesome. Still, I look forward to studying this. Here is your promised reward. Do you have any relics to sell?
I found Merrick's staff.
Astounding! To think of the power that once coursed through this. Here is your reward. Do you have any relics to sell?
I found Lord Bollingar's sword.
It's even more beautiful than I imagined. Here, as promised, your reward. I can't wait to get back to my workshop and begin a full study of these items.
Zadania... Dobra, nie muszę nadwracać. Super! Bo mi, ani na pewno wam się by nie chciało poglądać tego, a mi na pewno by się nie chciało wracać tą samą drogą. O, świetnie. Musiałem się dać trafić. O, jeszcze więcej. Padać.
Look, the bridge is repaired. Just as
No
Martin
raczej
said.
powinni to naprawić. Cholerni wieśniacy, nie. Ratuje im dupska. Oni to by nawet tego nie naprawili?
There you are. This may sound strange, but I was told to wait for you here.
Told? By whom?
A child. A boy with golden hair and piercing eyes, who spoke like no child I have ever met.
Did you follow us into the Mornweald?
No, he came to me in a waking dream. I know better than to doubt a vision, especially one so clear. My father was Hugh Montbaron, Grand Master of the Legion. A proud man, I'm told, but not immune to my mother's seduction.
Illegitimate, perhaps, but I think she tells the truth. I've seen paintings of the Montbarons, and she has the same pale eyes. The resemblance is striking, actually. Especially to Hugh.
I do not know why this golden child chose me, but I believe I can be of help to the Legion, if you let me.
Your mother seduced my father? So, the stories about the Skanzi witches are true.
What stories are those? The ones told to jealous wives by poxy-faced men? Of black-hearted witches who ravished them in the dark of night? Those stories are fancies, but they hide a deeper truth. Leskansi witches have discerning taste. We will seduce a foreign man, but only if he is strong, clever, handsome.
He'd pass those traits to your children, and your clan would be stronger.
We are a practical race, no? 500 years of wandering has taught us to claim any advantage we can.
Does your sister know that you're planning to leave?
Leona's word does not bind me. I decide whose company I keep, and she knows better than to forbid me what I want. If only the rest of the world knew the same, life would be much simpler.
So you haven't told her?
Not exactly, but we'll be long gone before she finds
Dobra,
out, you
biorę
know?
ją.
If you're a Montbaron, then you're part of the Legion, and my family. We could use your help.
Even if the child had not appeared to me, you are family. Of course I will help. We journey south, no? To Stonebridge? I know the roads, and charming company makes long miles less dreary.
Dobra, ale Angie zostaje ze mną. Jak już mówiłem. Ona będzie ze mną właśnie w tym let's playu. I pająki.
Die and be judged.
No jak ja kocham pająki. Jeszcze lepsze ustawienie. No w takiej kubce, żeby zabijać wszystkie za jednym zamachem miecza, mi się podoba.
Hold on there. The roads ahead aren't safe.
Leopold.
Heavy smoke down there. From the looks of it, there was another battle in the swamp. Azunite Church on one side, Royalists on the other. They're always at it. I was questioned by soldiers down the road. They were Azunites, Jane Cassinda's men, and not a friendly lot.
Any opinion on the church soldiers? You seem to have run into them before.
The Church army is the right hand of Jane Cassinda, but these men seemed more mercenary than proper soldier. They may call her a living saint, but any woman who hires Leskanzi thugs must be a little crooked. That's just what I think.
Have you dealt with the Royalists before?
They don't harass me on the road, so that makes them at least a touch better than Jane's soldiers. I think they're an honorable lot, but I don't see them winning this war. They'll die for a queen who's the last of her line, and barely more than a girl.
Fighting the swamp? Doesn't seem like the best place for a battle.
The Royalists are holed up in the Glitterdelve mine to the northwest, and Jane's army marches from the Azunite coast southeast of here. This swamp has the misfortune of being right between the two. This certainly isn't the first time we've had trouble here. Why I still take these routes, I don't know.
Thanks for the warning. I'll be careful.
I'll stay up here for a while, see if things calm
No
down.
niestety, ja nie mogę czekać, muszę iść.
An avalanche? Here. I do
No,
not think
raczej
Nietzsche is
nie.
to blame for this.
Szczególnie po ciałach żołnierzy. I mamy pierwszych.
By order of Jane Cassinda, none shall pass this. Look, you can idiots. They're legionnaires. Get them.
Tak, i pierwsze spotkanie z azjatyckimi rycerzami. A, odwracaj się do mnie plecami jeszcze. Na serio, dobrze ci to wyjdzie. Tak. Te pąki przypominały mi z Dungeon Sage 2 w jaskini robali. Podchodziło się, one wybuchały i więcej potworków wychodziło. Wątpię, żeby te grzybki były jadalne. Oż. Ej, ludziska! A, to jest chyba generał już. Albo i nie. Dobra, to musicie mi na chwilę wybaczyć. Dobra, jestem z powrotem. Aha, rzuca na nich tarczę. Już sobie przypomniałem. Rzuca na nich tarczę, że robią się przez chwilę nieśmiertelni. Grzybki mi nic nie robią. O, świetnie.
Victory!
Tak. O, już jest. Już mogę tutaj. Chodź. No ja na razie wezmę to. Dobra, chyba muszę już być dość blisko royalistów. A, one leczą. Te chyba czerwone leczą. No raczej. Dobra, nic więcej. Nic, mogę iść.
Anyone that kills Azanites is a friend of ours. General Devonsey is further on ahead. Just follow the path.
Wow. Działku mierzony w jaskinie. No! Nie chciałbym być tą osobą, która ma tutaj szarżować. Ała.
So many royalists dead. These men were young, hardly soldiers at all.
Raczej.
We could have stopped Jane here today if we stood our ground. How are we going to get out of this stinking bog now?
Stand away there. Not so close to the General.
Never mind. I can hardly be called a general, with Her Majesty's army lying dead all around us.
Sorry, Lord Devonsey. Sir.
Forgive the boy. A few months ago he was a royal page. Now he's a soldier. Such are the depths to which we have fallen. I'm surprised to see any travelers on the road, with so many of Jane Cassinda's soldiers about. What brings you to this ill-omened place?
Powiemy prawdę. I tak, ciężko by się tutaj okłamać, biorąc pod uwagę naszą zbroję.
We were sent by the Legion. We're heading south to reclaim the old chapter house in Stonebridge.
The Legion? So the rumors are true. A gathering in the north. The rebirth of the old Legion.
No niestety.
That's beside the point, though. I'm afraid you're stuck here with the rest of us. The western road has collapsed and we're surrounded on all sides by impassable swamp.
What forces do you have left?
Only the baggage train and a few cannons. One of my officers, Roderick, had command of the baggage train. He managed to keep the wagons out of sight, hid them under those massive roots. Unfortunately, the men who are guarding the wagons are my greenest troops, former servants and the like. The only blades they've ever wielded are kitchen knives.
All the dead soldiers were yours? How did this happen?
Jane Cassinda's army was encamped in the swamp. I thought I'd catch her unaware, send her scrambling back to the spire. So I force-marched out of Glitterdale, sighted her troops at the base of the cliffs, and gave chase. In the first charge, we drove half her forces into the bogs. I could see Jane not 50 feet from my lines. She had nowhere to run.
I pewnie was wykiwała.
You smelled victory, and that's when the battle turned.
Jane sent a few of her sappers round back of my lines. They collapsed the roads behind me. A clever move, I'll give her that. Half my army, the young ones mostly, saw their escape route cut off. Didn't matter that we were winning. They panicked, broke and ran. Some of the veterans held their ground and died where they stood. The rest retreated here.
She boxed you in, with her forces on one side and the bogs on the other.
Killed half my people with the cannons. The rest tried to flee into the bogs and drowned. And here I am, trapped in this swamp, cut off from the Queen. She has only her maids to protect her now.
What about those massive roots? We can walk across them like a road.
Indeed, they'd support her weight, and my cannons and wagons too. But the roots are separated by stretches of water. In order to create a path, we'd have to raise the land between them. Impossible.
No raczej, w szczególności na bagnie.
But I have a man in my army with power over earth and stone. A scholar called Phineas. If only he were here.
This Phineas can raise a land bridge between the roots? How is that possible?
He's made a study of earth magic. Geomancy. The old magic of the dwarves. It's all very incomplete, but a movement of earth by simple brute force. Yes, I think he could manage that much.
You've actually seen Phineas use earth magic?
When Jane's cannons had us surrounded, Somehow he drew the earth up over our heads, protected us both from the enemy's fire. Saved my life. That's proof enough for
No
me.
raczej.
We need to find this scholar, Phineas. Where is he gone?
He was among the first to be taken by the damned savages. They fell upon us not long after the battle, and they've been mounting raids and abducting our wounded ever since. First people, that's what the scholars called them. Only Azanai knows what they call themselves. I thought of mounting an attack on their village to rescue Phineas and the others.
Wow.
But my surviving soldiers are too few and too young. If I had your help...
A może lepiej pogadać z nimi, a nie ciągle walka.
Let's try talking to the first people before we do anything rash. Maybe they mistook you for a threat.
A reasonable theory, but I've met their kind before. Scavengers preying upon the weak and the wounded. They won't negotiate unless you hold a sword to their throats. I'll gather whatever men I can, the ones who can still fight, and we'll meet you there.
Jak zawsze.
They just conscripted me 2 fortnights past. I can't believe I'm alive.
I thank Azanai that our general survived.
Tak, bo zblokuje dalsze przejście.
They may be the victors, but we damn well bloody Jane's men. They won't forget us.
Tak, ktoś w to wątpi jednak. Dobra, tu jest zadanko. A, jednak da się przejść, trzeba tylko naokoło zapiędalać. Jak zawsze. Tak, i tutaj jest potrzebna pewnie ta geomancja. A jak? Dobra, jeszcze z tym pogadam.
I saw you speaking with the general. They must be in dire straits to rely on passers-by. But Lord Devonsey has seen fit to trust you. You already know of the savages in the bog. Beastly lot they are. Some of our best soldiers were captured in their raids. Others have gone missing. We sent scouting parties into the bog. I armed them as best I could, but baggage train attendants are hardly soldiers. They haven't returned for hours.
This was a massacre. How did you survive the battle?
We panicked. Well, the young soldiers did anyway. After Jane collapsed the road behind us, we were so close to victory. I kept the baggage train here instead of risking an escape. The enclosure gave us just enough cover to survive the assault.
A swamp is hardly a place for heavy wagons. Was your cargo worth the trouble?
Basic supplies needed for the troops, but also cannons, powder kegs, and the like. Perhaps we could find a way out of this muck-ridden cesspool on foot, but those cannons are needed in Glitterdelve.
If your people are raw recruits, they won't survive long in the swamp. Let me look for your missing soldiers.
You surprise me. I can offer you little more than some extra supplies, and my thanks. Look for them to the east, out in the bog. We sent out 2 scouting parties. Hopefully the swamp hasn't claimed them. Devonsey won't permit any more of us to leave camp, so you're the only chance they'll get.
Dobra. Już zobaczę, mam jakiś czyn nowy. Prawdziwy bohater. Kolekcja jest... Aha, udało się zdobyć zaufany. O! Mistrz zagadek. Okej. Miłość... Aha. Okej, ale tu się z wami pożegnam. Tak więc komentujcie, subskrybujcie i widzimy się w kolejnych odcinkach. Na razie!